What is organic farming? My name is Kyle Green, and I'll go over some of the history and different techniques used and how it differs from regular farming. The concept of organic farming was introduced by Sir Albert Rudolph. He worked in India as a agricultural researcher. He used some of their concepts and turned them into his. Such practices were further promoted by various advocates, such as J.J. Ronald and his son Robert Ronald in the 1940s and onward. The main concepts of organic farming are using animal manure, crop rotation, and natural pesticides and things like that. Organic food sales have steadily been increasing since these concepts were brought to light, mainly in the 20th century. The demand for organic food was stimulated in the 1960s by the publication of Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. The price of organic food is generally higher than normal food due to it taking more time and more resources than normal farming. Organic agriculture is defined formally by governments. To be an organic farmer, you have to be licensed and you get checked up on every so often. But starting off with the different techniques used, first we'll start with animal manures. This is pretty self-explanatory. They spread animal manure on the fields to fertilize them. The next is cover crops. Cover crops are something you plant before your main crop, like you can plant ryegrass, wheat. It just helps the soil be prepared for your crop. The next is crop rotation. Crop rotation is when you plant something different every year. You don't plant the same thing over and over. Because certain plants like peanuts pull nitrogen, corn pulls other things out of the soil, so when you swap it, it doesn't just drain the soil of all the nutrients. And the last thing that organic farming uses is biologically based pest controls, which this really isn't pest controls like you would think of. It can be like pulling weeds or introducing a different bug to take care of the pests you have on your crops. The main difference between organic farming and normal farming is the pest control. Because in normal farming, you just spray it and it'll be good to go. In conclusion, that is organic farming.